So in this question, I'm being asked to write an equation for the line that contains the point 4, 2 and is perpendicular to the line y equals 1/3 x plus 2. So when it comes to perpendicular lines, I'm looking for the inverse slope with the opposite sign. So I'm going to take 1/3, so negative 1/3. I'm going to change it to the opposite sign. So instead of a negative, it's going to be a positive 1/3. And then I have to flip it over. I need to do the inverse. So I'm going to do 3/1. So my slope is going to be positive 3. So my slope is going to be a positive 3. So again, I take my slope, I change the sign, so if it's negative, it's not going to be positive, and then I have to flip it over. So instead of 1/3, it's now going to be 3/1. So 3/1 simplifies to just a positive 3. From there, I can move on to step 2 and write my point slope form. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. My slope is going to be 3, so I'm going to erase this m and plug in my 3. I'm going to take my point and do the opposite. So since I see a positive 4 here, my x is going to be a negative 4. And see, since I have a positive 2, I'm going to erase this guy, keep my subtraction on my negative, and write a 2. So this is my point slope form. From here, I can move on to the final step, which is to distribute and change it into my slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form, I'm looking for y equals mx plus b. So I need the y all by itself. I also don't have any parentheses in slope-intercept form, so we're going to distribute that too. So I get y minus 2, nothing's happening on the left-hand side. I'm going to distribute my 3. So 3 times x gives me a 3x. And 3 times a negative 4 gives me a negative 12. From there, I can now move my negative 2 over. So I'm going to do my upside down t. I see a negative 2, so I'm going to do a opposite, which is positive 2 to both sides. This goes away, I get 0. I'm left with y equals, bring down my 3x, negative 12 and positive 2, different signs. So I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number, so it's going to be negative. 12 minus 2 gives me a 10. And I don't need to simplify anything else. So my answer will be y equals 3x minus 10. So as a review, I look at my equation and I need to find the slope for a perpendicular line, which means I take my slope that was given, change the sign, so if it's negative, it now becomes positive. From there, I need to flip it over, do the reverse. So instead of 1/3, I have 3/1. This simplifies to just a 3. I move it into my point slope form, so I put it here in the middle. I look at my point. This is a 4, so it's going to be a negative 4. This is a 2, so I'm going to have a negative 2. Bring down my left-hand side. I'm going to distribute. 3 times x gives me a 3x. 3 times a negative 4 gives me a negative 12. I have a negative 2, and I need to move it over. So the opposite of a negative is to add. So add 2 to both sides. I get y equals 3x. Negative 12 plus 2 gives me a negative